Yo, we back with another one, man. About to get into how this dude David done lost everything, man. Rest in peace to Celeste.
The headlines that are surrounding 20-year-old artist David right now are straight out of a horror movie, like the most gruesome horror movie ever made. But how did this ex-Fortnite player, who always
Oh, so this dude David was a Fortnite champion too? They need to lock him up, throw him in there right with Mr. Gat right there. Maybe they could sit in the cell and play Fortnite with each other.
appeared so innocent, now find himself trapped in such a dark and disturbing nightmare?
We have an update right now on a disturbing story out of California, where Los Angeles police have identified badly decomposed human remains. Investigators say the car is registered to singer and songwriter David.
After news broke that a dismembered and decomposed body had been found in the trunk of an impounded Tesla registered to David, so many questions were instantly raised. However, while again David's polite personality though initially led fans to believe he had no involvement, at this point, as we're about to see, David's career is over, no matter how you look at it.
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too? Oh my, delete everything. Delete
everything, huh? Nigga trying to get rid of all the evidence. Delete it all. Delete everything. What you mean? She shouldn't even be there with you. She's underage. All right.
Delete everything. Everything goes.
With basically only two outcomes remaining, the choices that David has appeared to make will cost him not only his music career, but if all these allegations prove true, David will face life behind bars. Or, as many users suggest, we should instead put him under the entire jail facility.
Hello, my name is David, pronounced David, not D4vd. I'm from Queens, New York. I'm in Houston now.
Whether you realize it or not, I would bet you have heard at least one of David's songs while scrolling the internet. Blowing up thanks in large part to TikTok. A perfect example is David's most streamed song to date, Romantic Homicide. Which, besides the name itself being eerie now, considering what we're about to break down, the music video for David's breakout hit is also extremely creepy in retrospect.
In the back of my mind, you die.
Watching this now feels like you're standing in the middle of a crime scene, the top comment reads, depicting a bloody girl in bed as David stands over her, who fans also point out looked very similar to the.
And at the same time, bro, like, what record label approved this? Like, what the hell was they thinking? You gonna have blood with a girl in the bed with a girl that's dead? Like, come on, bro. Like, what was they thinking about even putting money behind this dude to put some trash like this out?
The deceased girl found in his Tesla, a tragic young victim named Celeste, as David sings foreshadowing lyrics over these visuals such as, "In the back of my mind you died, and I didn't even cry, no not a single tear," followed by then, closing with an even more bone-chilling third verse.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true.
In the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm gonna say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself. It was something that I decided to do, and I killed her in the back of my mind.
Oh, so you admitting to it? Yeah. So you ain't even trying to hide it. You want the world to know. Oh, okay. He want the world to know that he done committed this crime.
It's really more of a figurative I killed you, especially in the back of my mind. I try to stress that in the back of my mind.
However, despite trying to stress that these lyrics were just figurative and in his mind, combined with the fact that this music video was released on September 7th, which is the birthday of Celeste, does this mean that David actually murdered this young girl? Well, let's trace the evidence back to the beginning. If it wasn't for Lil Pump and his classic SoundCloud hit, Gucci Gang, then David would have likely been a gospel artist instead. Until I was 13, it was strictly gospel, recalls David of his music taste growing up. I think someone was blasting Gucci Gang in middle school, and immediately I was like, yo, what is that? However, the only problem though, David had no recording equipment or any money to pay for a studio session. But he didn't let that stop him.
So this is December 21st, 2021, and I looked up how to make music on iPhone, and this app called BandLab comes up. I click on it, I put my Apple earbuds in, and I use my sister's closet as the studio. So I'm like in here, it's dark, we got like robes and everything, blankets, whatever.
How I made Romantic Homicide. My little sister's closet. Clothes and suitcases for noise cancellation. Apple earbuds and BandLab app directory. Stock BandLab preset.
literally recording his Billboard charting hit Romantic Homicide in his sister's closet using only his iPhone, with the main motivation so that he could use his own music in Fortnite montages on YouTube without getting copyrighted, because, as he says, David was originally on the path to becoming a professional Fortnite player instead. But that was until the release of Romantic Homicide, though, in July of 2022, when David's breakout hit also led to his first record deal.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year.
Why is he saying? Why are you saying that like you're not like up there, gang?
Well, I'm not there yet, but hopefully it's
okay.
like even crazier next year. And then I'm going crazy year after year for the next 3 years. And
Yeah, he's saying it like he not up there because he ain't. We don't know this nigga. Yeah, we don't know where he came from. I'm from New York, and I moved to Houston, then I met the girl, then, you know, I killed her and left her in the back of my trunk, and I went and shot a video for it. Yeah, and in my mind, I killed her, the machine died, but then I killed her. We don't know who this dude is. Dude came up out of nowhere. He more famous for what he done had something to do with that girl than his music.
And then on the 4th year, I retire. And on the 5th year, I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib. No social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
However, before going on to even host funerals at his concerts with actual caskets, with the help of Interscope Records behind him, David's success climbed even higher, dropping more viral singles such as Here With Me and Feel It, as well as the first ever official anthem for Fortnite, titled Locked and Loaded. Not to mention that David had also joined SZA as an opening act, one of the biggest female artists out, on her SOS headlining tour in 2023.
Yeah, I love like all the clips from those shows. It was such an honor to just be a part of that tour. I remember when I got the email that I was on, like I was just leaping for joy because it was kind of like a rollout to that too. I remember SZA had mentioned me in 2 other interviews before then. She was on a Billboard interview where the interviewer asked her what her favorite artists are, and she included me as one of them.
But yet, regardless of David's worldwide fame, he still seemed to remain pretty down to earth, even participating in Black Boy Max's Song Wars competition on Twitch less than a year ago to this date.
I'm gonna get David. Yo, David! Yo, what's good, Brody? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Eating Chipotle. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yo, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm David. Nice to meet y'all.
Hell yeah.
Max said he needed some versatility and some
Facts.
Like I said, ain't nobody know this dude. I'm David. Nice to meet y'all. Yo, nigga. I don't know what's taking them so long.
new music in the Song Wars.
With everything we knew about David prior to evidence surfacing, this made him look like the last suspect who would ever commit such a cruel crime. However, as the year of 2025 then rolled around, nobody could have predicted what happened next. In April of 2025, officially arrived David's highly anticipated debut album, at a total of 14 tracks and met with a mostly positive response, in addition to also his viral performance right here at Coachella in the spring, where he ended up faceplanting in front of the festival crowd.
Yeah, that's the Lord letting you know you ain't right, nigga. Yeah, you ain't right, and God knew it. That's why you tried to run up the thing and fell on your face. Goofball.
Humiliation ritual complete, David tweeted after this clip went viral. However, although some believed he wasn't joking, to celebrate the release of his debut album, then came this announcement by David. Withered World Tour, he shared on Instagram, scheduled to kick off in August and later wrap up in November. That was until this headline broke last week. David 2025 World Tour canceled. Considering his shows were packed out with excited fans every night, this meant that something major had to have gone down to suddenly cancel. And unfortunately for the victim Celeste, who RIP by the way, I haven't said that yet, something major is putting it very lightly. On September 8th, LA police officers were called to the Hollywood tow yard to investigate a foul odor emanating from a car which had been at this tow yard for a couple days, and after taking a closer look, their worst fear came true. This strong smell was confirmed by authorities to be from chopped up human remains found in the front trunk of a Tesla. And not just any Tesla, but specifically one registered to the viral artist David, aka David Anthony Burke. And it's important to note, the car had never been reported stolen. We know that we have human remains, and we know they were contained within a vehicle, stated the LAPD detective on scene. However, due to the body, quote, found in such severe decomposition. At first, police were unable to identify the victim, as the body had sadly been stuffed inside of a bag in the trunk and had clearly been sitting there for days, if not weeks.
New tonight, Los Angeles police are investigating a gruesome discovery inside a car linked to a popular singer. A body was found inside an impounded Tesla registered to David. Police say the car had been there for a couple of days and the body was inside a bag in the trunk.
As you'd expect, such an insane headline like this immediately sent shockwaves through the music industry. But again, so many questions still remained. Like, how did this body get in David's Tesla? And did he even know that it was in there? According to the LA Times, this Tesla that was registered under David's name had been abandoned in the Hollywood Hills 5 days before getting impounded. At this exact location, to be precise, just down the road from David's house. And despite some believing that since Teslas can record video footage, then we could simply pull up the video to show us what happened.
Another thing going around about the Tesla cameras. People don't know that Tesla cameras don't save footage unless you have a setting on that drains a lot of battery. You have to have Sentry mode on and a hard drive in your car that doesn't constantly go over the footage. I have a Tesla, and for me to save footage, I literally have to hit record, and it records like the last few minutes. But if I never hit record, that footage is gone.
Now, me personally, I don't own a Tesla, and although police can often access private video footage in certain scenarios involving the law, we'll have to wait and see what else they might be able to find. But while the identification of this victim in David's trunk was about to soon eliminate almost every inch of doubt, again, when news first broke though of this body in his trunk, a lot of the internet was understandably so pretty cautious. Such as popular Twitch streamer Jason the Ween, for example, who also appeared to be friends with David and made a song with him recently.
He didn't kill anybody, bro. He didn't kill anybody. There's no way. There's no way he's been on tour. He didn't kill anybody. He's been on tour. He literally performed yesterday, bro.
You got the right name, the Weenie. Cause that's what you sound like, nigga. Oh, Weenie. Was you there? How you know he didn't kill him? You see what I'm saying? You wasn't even there. You just said something. You did the song with him. Like, come on, man.
Yo, do you see the videos that he makes? There's no way he's killing somebody. He was framed. Either he was framed or my theory is somebody killed someone and stole David's car and left it in the trunk. But I'm also not a detective.
Combined with initially thinking that this young artist who blew up on Fortnite could never do something so tragic and horrible, Jason also pointed out how David had been on his tour while all this was happening, which is true. On literally the very same day that a body was found in his car, David still performed his show in Minneapolis. And as we can see by these clips, you could have never guessed the horror that he was hiding. Again, David was not taken into custody and still went on to perform. He was said to be cooperating with police. However, I can't even begin to imagine going out and playing a show while all this was starting to break. And not to mention—
And now we know that was a lie because he never cooperated with the police at all.
that he was connected to this girl on a personal level, as we're about to learn. Like, finding out someone you know is confirmed to be deceased, the last thing I'd want to do is go out on stage and perform.
I'm taking a pause if the police or any news bulletins come out talking about, we found a body in the back seat or in the trunk of a vehicle that's registered in your name. I'm stopping all musical endeavors in that exact moment, and I'm getting to the bottom of this, because first of all, my name being put out crazy. Number two, what the f I gotta do with this? Number three, who put a body in my trunk? But he's still touring like everything all good. I'm like, nigga, go home.
Continuing on to even play 4 more stops on his tour, only mounting the suspicion further. Little did David know though that this concert right here in Portland would not only be the last of his 2025 tour, but likely the last concert of David's life. Following a medical examination on September 16th, the body that was found in David's Tesla had been identified as Celeste R., who, as we can see from this missing person poster, was not only so young at just 15 years old, another huge problem and red flag in itself, but she had apparently been missing for over an entire year. Celeste had sadly disappeared back in April of 2024 in California with no previous answers or deep investigation as to why.
The body found inside the trunk of an abandoned Tesla registered to the singer David has been identified as 15-year-old Celeste. The teen was reported a runaway and missing out of Lake Elsinore nearly a year and a half ago.
But this is where the story takes a dark, twisted turn. And real quick, while I know there is a lot of rumors and theories floating around out there, such as the victim maybe being pregnant, I'm just gonna stick to what's been confirmed. After TMZ reached out to speak with Celeste's mother, it was revealed that, in addition to her mother confirming that she had a boyfriend named David, Celeste also had a tattoo on her finger with the letters SH. And although this is kinda a common tattoo, made popular by Rihanna, the suspicious connection that arose though was David also having the same ink on his finger, confirmed by multiple photos. So a matching tattoo with the victim in his trunk.
The first photo you see where the tattoo is on David is from September 2024. Do you remember what happened in September? Every September. Celeste's birthday. I don't know. This is just my personal theory. I think I didn't see no music dropping on September 2024. I think he might have got that tattoo. I think they might have got matching tattoos for her birthday. That's just my personal opinion.
On the missing persons poster, it also states that Celeste was last seen wearing a hat and Hello Kitty sandals. And with David's clear obsession as well with Hello Kitty and its imagery, the evidence was still just beginning. As internet detectives got to work, this picture right here would then surface, confirmed to show David only 0.3 miles away from the home where Celeste lived before she disappeared. The spot where this photo was taken is only a 6-minute walk from her family's residence, and with the user who posted this pic alleging that David was paying people off to keep Celeste's age a secret.
This man was paying people off to keep her age a secret. He knew she was underage. He did all type of strings with her. Got matching tattoos with her. She ended up dead and chopped up in your car. And you still ain't said a word.
And not expose him. As of now, though, there's no way to prove if that's what was really happening in this picture. But yet, the fact that it was only 0.3 miles away from the victim's house is again very suspicious. However, arguably the most groundbreaking evidence to surface, though, came from David's Discord server, with old messages getting posted, such as these, appearing to show David asking, "Is Celeste in here?" Not to mention alleged pictures of them together in person coming to light, including this one that David had shared on his close friend's private story, as well as this old picture of him with a female who looks a lot like the victim. Who's the girl? One user in the server asked back in 2023. "You are a Fed," David typed back. But if you still needed any more convincing, then came this leaked song a week ago, which David had apparently recorded 2 years ago, with multiple references to Celeste. Point, there was no denying that David knew who this girl was. And combined with another Discord user saying this, hinting that the two were dating. Again, like her mother said, she had a boyfriend named David. And let me just give you another reminder that Celeste would have literally been in middle school.
Apparently he met her when she was 11. Oh my God, it gets worse. And that was from 2022. By 2024, she's like 13 or whatever. And they were in a relationship.
Just really throw everything away, bro, to goddamn like smash a little, bro. That shit makes no sense to me.
But to then make matters somehow even worse, clips from an old stream that they actually did together have since been going viral too. Such as this one with who appears to be Celeste, where they say this right before ending.
That one, that's so mean if you don't answer
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan, big spot. Bro, thank you, Mitochondria.
I gotta stop with him if you even. We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
Asking his moderators to please delete the entire stream after it's over. However, while this leaves us no doubt that David is a total creep and a certified P-word by definition, does this confirm that he actually ended Celeste's life? As we'll learn in a sec, the cops did go on to find more evidence, but as of the time I'm recording this video, the LA Times reports that Celeste's cause of death has not yet been confirmed, but they are investigating it as a homicide. Yet, regardless, the internet and all of David's fans have since been forced to come to terms with this disturbing reality. I have never went from "let's see what happens" to "he did this so fast in my life," one fan comments.
Chat, what other explanation could there be? Like, what could he possibly say to clear himself?
First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day, I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing, okay?
No, you said he didn't do it. No. Don't switch up now. Stay with your guy. You said he didn't do it. You know for a fact he didn't do it. He was on tour, this, and that. That's what you said. That's what you told us, Weenie. That's what you said. No, do not change up your story now. You said that he did not do it. But we know he did it. We just don't know how he did it and who he did it with. But we know for a fact that he did it.
It's wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right, I had dinner with him one time in a group setting, and then I'm best friends with him. No, bro.
Walking back his previous statements and saying he actually isn't even friends with David, in addition to countless celebrities unfollowing him on social media, David would immediately get dropped by brands including Hollister and Crocs, removing all their advertising featuring the singer. And in fact, some artists such as Kali Uchis have even started taking their music down that features David. He is not my friend, she made sure to clarify on Instagram. I did a song with him which is currently in the process of being taken down, given today's disturbing news. Now, the last post though that David made on his account was this one, which reads Withered Deluxe out September 19th. In what he had planned as a double album since the start back in April, David's scheduled release date for his album's deluxe was forced to get delayed pending this wild investigation, with his label Interscope yanking all promotion of David's music.
So David music label Interscope is pumping the brakes on the singer's upcoming deluxe album and all the music promotion for him in the wake of the LAPD investigation into the teen found butchered in a Tesla registered to him. Sony Music Publishing and Wasserman, which is an agency, have all paused their music promotional activities related to the singer out of respect for the seriousness of the situation and ongoing investigation.
Guys, you don't need to stream the David songs. You don't need to stream them. I know why you're streaming them.
And again, I stress, David was not like some crazy, obscure, completely underground figure that like nobody had ever heard of. Like, this guy had a very large and respectable social media following.
In what appears to also be a successful attempt at finding more evidence, a Hollywood Hills home close to where the Tesla had been found and where David had been living, as we can confirm by these pictures taken of him inside the house, this house in the hills was then searched by authorities, with detectives seen leaving with a computer among several other items from the home.
Investigators executing a search warrant at the home rented by the 20-year-old singer in the Hollywood Hills. Officers seen removing several items including a computer.
Although the investigation is still ongoing, not only do the allegations against David and all of the evidence look extremely bad for him, but even if he wasn't the one who actually ended this poor girl's life and somehow avoids prison, the fact that he has now been exposed to the entire world for his preference in women, David's career and reputation is cooked no matter how you look at it. Again though, RIP to Celeste. This is just so terrible and should have never happened.
And I just want to say, just as a whole, just if it was my daughter, I wouldn't want her to be forgotten. I just want justice for this little girl because...
Yeah, RIP Celeste, man. Justice for Celeste. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this, man. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.